What's up, YouTube? Happy Super Bowl Sunday. CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football. And today we are going to jump into my drives against the 121 overall. But first, we will look at the news, and I am going to talk about something that I really did not want to talk about, but I have no choice. But let's start with the news, guys. We have the Super Bowl Sunday, basically talking about the pick'em events and whatnot. And then just a few more cards coming in, including this 100 overall Kurt Warner, this 100 overall Rodney Harrison, and this 100 overall Terrell Davis. All solid-looking cards. I'm not going to go for them, of course, just because I am free to play, but definitely good-looking cards. But guys, it's time to talk about EA's failure. The biggest failure of the year, in my mind. And this is something that happened to my friend Random Jerry a while back, to the point where he actually quit playing the game. But if you look here at the leaderboard, the #1 league in the world all year has been Knockout Kings, my old league from last year. And as you can see, 7 members, Madden disciples. And this is where we have to talk about EA's epic failure. Epic failure. You guys know me. I am generally very positive towards EA, probably more so than even some game changers, despite not being one. But it's because I genuinely love this company. I love this game. And ultimately, this is just an embarrassment. And EA needs to do something now. They needed to do it years ago, but they need to do something now. So what happened, guys, is essentially some little kid who thinks he's a hacker is not really a hacker, but he is abusing the system that EA uses to recover accounts. So let's say, you have your game on a phone and you lose your account, or you lose your phone and that was the only place you had your phone. EA has, mechanisms in place where you can either call or email their tech support. And if you give them enough info, they'll send you a recovery code. And honestly, it's a joke. It's a joke, guys. You know why it's a joke? Because here we had the commissioner of the #1 undefeated league in the world have his recovery code sent because some kid with a sob story and some screenshots was able to send it over to some outsourced tech support and get that account, and then kick everybody out of the league and take over the league. And that is an epic failure. An epic failure. And I will go so far as to say that if that happened to me, and I was a paying customer, if EA's customer service gave away an account that I spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars on, you can bet your bottom dollar I would be filing for a refund and would be absolutely right in doing so. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. I didn't want to talk about this because I didn't want it to get bigger, but honestly, can it get any bigger? The #1 undefeated league in the world had their league stolen. Now, I will give EA some credit. They did take the steps to begin to give the league back. So I know the commissioner, Chad, did get his account back in the league, and the kid who did this had all of his accounts banned, but it's probably going to impact them on the leaderboard because they can't spin. They don't have their team there. So people can potentially surpass them. And that is unacceptable. So kudos to you, EA, for getting it back quickly, but shame on you for letting it happen in the first place. This is 2018. And for you to have account security outsourced that is so lax that you cannot do anything about it is absolute trash. It's absolute trash, guys. You cannot allow that to happen. And guys, what I will say, I hope that EA can come together and fix this, because it is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. It should not happen under any circumstances. And EA, I will go so far as to say this. If by Madden Mobile 19, you have not found a fix for this, if you have not found a fix from this, and it could be something as simple as when you open an account and you put in your username, it asks you, what would you like your security word to be? And you can just come up with any word. And if you cannot state that word, they will not recover the account. Because for someone to be able to take publicly available information by going in and looking at your team and taking a few screenshots and using that to steal a multiple hundred or multiple $1,000 team is an absolute joke. It's a joke, and you should be ashamed of yourself, EA. This is one of the reasons why you keep getting worst company in America. And that hurts me, because as a longtime shareholder and a fan of your company, it hurts me to see this. That's it, guys. I'm not going to talk any more about this. Sorry for the rant. Let's go ahead and hop into my drives against the 121 defense.
All right, guys, so we are going up against Relentless Ones, number 22 in the world, and I have the luxury of going against Turbo, who has a 121 overall defense. So we're just going to kick this thing off and see how it goes. We had a match with these guys once before. It was actually on Christmas Day, and he had my number, one of the worst performances of the year. So I am trying to redeem myself today. It is a very tough task. I don't really know if defenses can get much more deadly than this. So we're going to try and call it safe and smart. We're going to start with Trips Corner Strike. Looks like we are up against a counter, and we cannot even get the ball away. So it brings up a 2nd and 14. And what we are going to do here, guys, since it was countered, we are going to try and get some of those yards back. And the way we're going to do that is with empty trip, shallow cross. And we will see. What we're going to try and do is hit Tyron Smith here. And he drops it. He drops the wide open pass. Boy, that is what it is. So we are now going to try to get some of that yardage back. And the way we're going to do that is going to be with trips, tight end, wide receiver, corner. Potentially countered here, so we are going to go ahead and throw it to Tyron Smith, who doesn't catch it. Sets up a 4th and 14. We are on the left hash. This is probably going to come back to bite me, but we're going to go motion cross. It is not the ideal spot for it. It is hard countered here, so we will see if I can get away from this insanely fast defense. And we can't. We can't. We get shut down. Shut down on the first drive. Absolutely brutal. Trips Corner Strike was out. Long passes are shut down. Going to go at it from a different angle for drive 2 and see if we can move down the field with some play action. Since the long pass percentage is so high, that's kind of the approach that's there. Who knows what his game plan looks like? I'm sure it's all elite and probably pretty nasty from top to bottom. But we will see if we can try and top our 6 from last time. And we will start it off with, going to start a little unconventional PAFL middle here, where we're going to look to hit Gates. And we do get a decent completion there. Rocking some play action. We're going to go spread PA outs here and see if we can move it down the field. If we get cover 2, we're going to go to Gates. If not, we're going to go to Evans. We do get cover 2. And Gates does manage to hold on to the ball. So we are up to about the 15. Moving down the field pretty decently here. And we are going to next go with... Let's stick with play action on first. It seems to be somewhat open here. So we're going to go with PA slide. Once again, not countered. So we're going to look to either go to Gates or Fournette, depending on who's open. Here we've got Fournette. And we are in for the touchdown. Did I use scramble here? I don't think I did. So we are going to continue, and we are going to go with bunch spacing. Counter formation. Countered. And we do manage to break that counter and sit on 8. So we already have topped how we did last time. And we will stick with the same script and see if we can move down the field. Let's get it started quickly to try and beat the live counter. It's pretty late, so I am sure they are probably watching their drives. I'm hopeful that I scored quick enough that I may have been able to beat it, but we will know pretty darn quickly. Going to take that. That is a lucky, lucky start to take a kickoff out of bounds like that with an illegal procedure. We're going to get the ball out with decent field position, much better than I would expect to get with a kick return. So we're going to go PAFL middle, and it looks like this is going to be open. And we connect on that one. Stick with the same script. PA outs. We've got man coverage on the outside, so we are likely going to be going to Evans here, where he boxes him out, but he does get shut down. I'm going to go PA slide here. Normally don't like to run play action on second down, but I know that it is not countered, so I am going to take it, and we do manage to get the first down there. And in sticking with play action here, we will go with, let's go pin deep here. So we're going to look to hit Gates on this little out route. Hopefully he gets some separation, which he does. And we are up inside the goal line. And we will try to go fullback flare to start it off. And it is open. So we are in. We score twice on him. We've got our scramble. Let's see if we can bunch spacing. And it is not countered. And we are in. So we scored 16. Not a bad day. Unfortunately, we were so far behind. I really needed to do better than that. I should have came out with play action because I ran a script similar to what I did just now the first time. So I think he may have went back, watched my videos, and kind of planned for me there, shutting down the trips corner strike and big long passes. But we moved down the field really efficiently with play action. And, since we are up against 121 defense, let's take a look at what this defense looks like. So we, first off, have 120 overall everything, starting with signature Luke Kuechly, Lorenzo Alexander, TJ Watt, Reggie White, Michael Strahan, Aaron Donald, Ndamukong Suh, Champ Bailey, all the ghosts of Madden, Jalen Ramsey, Jamal Adams with the New Year's promos, Sean Taylor, Pro Bowl Sean Taylor there, Reuben Foster, Michael Vick, and of course, what would it be without Bo Jackson? And the other thing, while we're looking at a good team, may as well show off his offense too. His offense, not quite all 120, but pretty darn close, starting with Tom Brady. He's got Bo Jackson on offense as well at halfback. Harold Carmichael looking rock solid there, much better than mine. And look at all of the neutralizers. So in total, guys, looking at all of his neutralizers, he's got minus 15% to runs, minus 12% to both short and long pass, and minus 9% to play action. It's just insane. Insane. This guy should be able to absolutely walk through any kind of soft counter setup, which he did. And, props to you, man. This is an absolutely sick team. Obviously, an expensive team, probably understatement of the year. But there it is, guys. A little disappointed. Really wanted 3 to redeem myself. But all in all, with a 97 offense going up against a 121 defense, I guess I can't be too mad with 16. So I will see you guys in the outro.
So there it was, guys. 16 points. Sorry for the doorbell and door opening during the intro, but hey, it is Super Bowl Sunday, and do have people coming over. So thankfully they were pretty quiet and let us just kind of finish the intro. But, you know, there it was. A massive team. Definitely an impressive team. So props to you, Turbo, for putting together an absolutely sick team. Was not fun to drive against, but at the same time was fun to drive against. If you like this video or what I'm trying to do here on the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see what I drop, when I drop it, go ahead and hit that bell icon to join the notification squad. I love you guys. You are the best audience ever. I will see you tomorrow. CHF out.